Hello and welcome to Mind Geometry. This is episode 0. The very first episode, even though we're not starting with number 1, because this one here is all about what is mind geometry and who is Omar. Well, I am Omar. I am Omar McAdam, and for the last 15 years I have been fascinated and intrigued by the human mind. And I've spent a lot of time researching into the way that our mind works and using the research and knowledge that I have gained to create understanding to be able to overcome challenges in life, to be able to develop myself in ways that I always thought were impossible, to be able to go from version 1 to version 2 and 3 and keep on redeveloping myself and keep on rebuilding my skills and knowledge and understanding to be able to be alive and live a joyous, happy life. Now, mind geometry is built on 3 fundamental main pillars. Number 1, understanding. Understanding how your mind works. Understanding where your thoughts come from. Understanding why it is that you are facing a challenge. Why do you act and react in the way that you do? Understanding the very fundamentals of what makes you who you are, your mind. The second fundamental of mind geometry is once you've understood and you're able to analyze everything, is to unlock your potential and your power. To be able to take any challenge that you face in life or any goal that you want to achieve in life and to be able to create a path which you can walk upon and take you to the beautiful future that you want to live. We want to take people from living in a world filled with dreams to living in a world filled with visions. And a dream makes sense when you're sleeping, but a vision is a path that you embark upon and you can achieve it and you can reach there. The third part of mind geometry is to become who you want to be, to become the best version of yourself. And this is not a one-time thing. Using the knowledge and understandings, using the tools and techniques, using the research done by either myself or the hundreds of thousands of other people across the world who are deep into the personal development space, we utilize these tools to always create a better version of ourselves, to always develop a new way of looking at things, a different way of overcoming challenges, a different way of developing further. Now, I used to battle with depression. And I say I used to battle with depression. Depression isn't something that really leaves your life. Depending on where the source of the depression is, many times you can overcome it. But for many people like myself, where there is a biological, chemical instance in the brain, you don't really overcome depression. Instead, you have to learn to embrace it. And I spent the last 15 years of my life researching into how I can no longer fight against it, to learn how to turn it into a power, to learn how to detect when it's about to happen and be able to react and take actions to ensure that I can utilize it instead of it utilizing me. One of the beautiful things about the human mind is that until now, scientists and researchers, they only know a very small fraction of what the mind is capable of. They have only just about scratched the surface to discover what the human mind is about. And so, as we continue on this path of mind geometry and we start to make all of the dots and create the lines between them, we can start to reposition things to better ourselves. And as we discover new research and as we find new tools and techniques and new books that people have written, and then we can start to add in new points. And the more points we have, the more holistically we can understand our mind, and then the easier it is to accomplish anything. And there's a lot of people out there who have created 10 steps to make $1 million or They've created a book, How to Overcome 1, 2, 3. And they're all great systems and programs, but I always felt that something was missing. And that thing that was missing was addressing the source of the problem, addressing the source of the issue or the challenge. And I honestly believe that that all exists within our mind, and it's something that we can overcome. There are people who have the most horrible situations happen to them. There are people who live with the most difficult of disabilities. Yet we see them happy, and we see them energized, and we see them in situations that inspire us, completely normal, fully abled bodies. Yet we do nothing. Where does the motivation come from? Where does the power come from? Where do the skills come from? How do we start to accomplish something? How do we create a vision and create a path and walk upon it? And that is all stuff that we will dive into in Mind Geometry. So if you like this very first episode, I invite you right now to subscribe. Whether you are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, like the page. You will find Mind Geometry at mindgeometry.com, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I will be going live multiple times per week. Every single week there is a new episode. And as well, I invite you to join the Mind Geometry community. In the Mind Geometry community, I provide additional content. There's sometimes even extra books that I give away. Sometimes I give away coaching. Sometimes we will do retreats, and we will have special things just for the members. And in addition to that as well, the members have early access to all of the content that is being produced. Members have exclusive tools and techniques which are shared with them every week by email, as well as in the various groups. And of course, there's one-on-one coaching. So if you feel that we connect and that maybe you want to sit there and ask me a few questions, head over to mindgeometry.com. Before we even get started with the coaching, we will do a beautiful hello call where we will sit on the phone, we'll get to know each other, get to know where we're coming from, and then we can see if we're compatible and if we work together. And then we can start to dive deeper, more into your specific situation. And I don't promise I can help everybody. I don't promise that I can coach anybody. But what I can promise you is that I have found myself in the fetal position on the floor, crying my eyes out, considering suicide, more times than most people have been on holiday. And I overcame a lot of challenges in my life to reach the stage that I'm at now. And now when people see me, they're like, hey, I know you, you're Omar. You're always smiling, man. People recognize me for my joy. People recognize me for my points of view, for my way of looking at things. People recognize me because I bring joy to them. And that is a state of being that everybody wants to be in. If you want $1 million, there's 50 programs out there telling you how to get $1 million. But if you want to live a joyful life and make $1 million a year as a byproduct, and you don't want to have to worry or stress about anything in life, then Mind Geometry is for you. There will always be stresses. It's how you deal with them. Life never changes. It's how you act and react to life that dictates whether you will be happy, whether you will be sad, whether you'll have stresses, or whether life will be joyful. And all of those things will still exist, but you will continue with your joy because you understand where everything is coming from. And that is what Mind Geometry is all about. So I invite you to join me, mindgeometry.com, subscribe on YouTube, like the page on Facebook, follow on Instagram, follow on TikTok. You will see lots of episodes and lots of stuff coming out now. So until the next episode, take care, and I'll see you there.